Hi, my name is Carrie Toth. I'm a National Board Certified Teacher, the ICTFL President, and the 2014 Central States Teacher of the Year. I'd like to welcome you to Episode 1 of ICTFL's new program, Strengthen Your Core, Best Practice Tips in 10 Minutes or Less. In this episode, I'd like to talk to you about a conversational game called Salad Bowl. One of the things that we struggle with as language teachers is finding ways to have authentic interpersonal communication. When we have students prepare and present a skit, this becomes presentational communication, and it does not reflect what students can do interpersonally, carrying on a conversation and using their language with one another. Recently, I saw a series of posts on Twitter about the game Salad Bowl, and I started to look into the game myself, and I thought it was a great way to get students speaking spontaneously, and I wanted to share our experience in the classroom with you. So the first thing that I did was look at the unit that I was studying in my Level 2 class. We were reading the novel Robo en la Noche by Christy Placido, so our unit was a lot of past tense verbs and context, a lot of travel vocabulary, and a lot of things to do with wildlife and the selva tropicale, or the rainforest. From the book, I selected 36 different words, and I created a card for each word using Microsoft Word and images that are free for use from Pixabay. For each card, I put the vocabulary word or the verb structure into a context, the sentence or the vocabulary word in a picture. I printed these cards out and cut them apart. I bought my own laminator several years ago on Amazon.com. I'm a Prime member, and so I'm addicted to shopping online. And this laminator is one of the best things I've ever bought because I can easily take this pile of cards that you see that are very easy to damage and create usable and reusable cards for my classroom. When you play any kind of a game with a paper card, they get damaged quickly because students get excited and crunch them up. In this case, I'm using the cards laminated, so I put 4 cards per each lamination sheet and ran them through my laminator, and then I ended up with a really nice stack of laminated cards. So I just cut each card out and made it a separate vocabulary word or verb structure. And then I took the pile of the 36 cards and I placed it face down in the center of the room. For my Spanish 2 class, we formed a circle around those cards, and a volunteer came forward and sat in the middle. She had 20 seconds. Yes, that is it. 20 seconds on the timer to take the first card off the top of the pile, look at it in secret so that the class couldn't see what she had, and without using any gestures, she had to talk around the word. If it were wing, like in this card, in case you don't teach Spanish, she might say, it is a part of a bird. It is the part of the bird in the book that is broken. So she has to think of ways to get the class to guess this Spanish word, el ala. If under 20 seconds she gets that correctly, she gets to keep this card in her possession, and that's a point for her team. So the teams were 1, 2, 1, 2. Every other student was part of either Team 1 or Team 2. So as Haley played, she was trying to earn points for Team 1. If Haley got the first card right, as you can see, she has 2 cards here in front of her. If she got the first card right, then the second card, she could pull it off the stack and continue trying to give clues to see if they could maybe get 2 points within her 20 seconds. If not, that second card went back to the bottom of the pile. We played a full round. This is Cassidy. Cassidy has 2 cards sitting there. She was working on her 3rd card. As you can see, she's got it under her jacket here. She's trying to look at it in secret so that the other group doesn't know what she has. And she's going to use her Spanish language to describe that card. 20 seconds is not much time for novice, high, intermediate, low students to circumlocute or talk around a word that they can't say. And it was so much fun, very fast, very engaging. When we finished round 1, or had made it all the way around the circle. In one class, we didn't make it all the way around the circle. We actually ran out of cards. We started round 2, and in round 2, they were not able to say any words. In round 2, they had to give gestures only. So this is Christian. He's acting out one of the words, and the students have to guess in Spanish the word that he's acting out. While this does not get them practicing the vocabulary, it's definitely preparing them for what we did in round 3. So in round 3, with a gesture and only one word, they had to get the students to guess the word on their card. So now they've seen the cards in round 1. They've seen the cards in round 2. Round 1 was speaking all about the card, describing it in a roundabout way. Round 2 was gesturing the card, so they're familiar with what vocab is in the deck. Now, this is Mara. Mara has to get, in round 3, she has to get them to guess the word on her card with only one Spanish word and one gesture. She can't continue doing the gesture. She has to just give it one time. It really gets them thinking. You want to talk about Bloom's taxonomy pyramid, way up here, creating and analyzing. That's what she's having to do. Analyze that word, decide how she can create some way to tell her students around her what her word is, and process all of that language. It was so much fun, and I wish that I could tell you how much fun that they had, but you just have to believe me. This is a fabulous game, and I really recommend it for any Spanish 2, 3, and 4 class. It works great. It's a lot of fun. And the best part is that they're not preparing and planning. This is truly interpersonal communication when they're trying to give each other clues and answer back. Here at ICTFL, we'd love to invite you to join us on October 20th and 21st for our fall conference. You can learn from some great people, and we're really going to be focusing on strengthening our core practices. If you've not heard of the 6 core practices, just hit a Google search for 6 core practices. And if you add ACTFul to your search, it will make sure that you get the right things. These are the ways to really improve your teaching practice and get proficiency moving in the right direction in your classroom. We'll hope to see you in Tinley Park, Illinois, October 20th and 21st. Thank you so much for joining us in the first of our series of teaching tips. Bye-bye.